Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to what is the 10th and final round of the former Renault 2.0 Sprint Series presented by S.R.O.C Racing. Everyone is on track. It's waiting for Kenzie Nuoff and Dane Bird to start this 10 lap showdown here as the final round here and final race even in this adventure we started 4 months ago, and they're off. It's Kenzie Nuoff with a great start. I'm seeing Jonas Gillis diving to the left before S.R.O.C. Dane Bird is trying to get around Kenzie Nuoff. Kenzie Nuoff blinking a little bit due to his connection. Renault got taking the outside line through S.R.O.C. Looking good. Jonas Gillis cuts back a little bit. Looks still good. Solima way back, seen behind Dane Bird. We will have to wait and see what Kenzie Nuoff can do behind Dane Bird. We've seen the drivers having trouble saving fuel at the end of this race, so we'll see a lot more conservative driving this time around, or maybe not. We will see as to what will happen. And at the moment it's Kenzie Nuoff diving on the inside on Camel Straight, wants to get P1 away from Dane Bird and does so. And we will see what happens behind Simon Frederick in third place. Sullivan Goran Pradaga hit each other there in the combination at the end of Camel Straight. Jonas Gillis right behind them. And let's see if the top two can make it a show as well this time. We haven't seen a lot of overtakes in the first race just because of that conservative driving, but we can see now that the drivers are used to their battle plans for this second race. It's going to be a 10 lap showdown, as I said before. Kenzie Nuoff is already champion, has already been crowned the winner of the whole championship. Simon Frelick had a great race, the last race here in the first race. Showed how it is to be fuel managing. Oh, and he gets hit this time. They get in an entanglement between Frelick and Dane Bird. So we'll have to see if Simon Frelick can resume that race. And Goran Pradaga is right behind Solima at the moment. He's probably going to try and take a little peek on the inside. Let's see what he can do. We'll take his car. He's diving on the left of Solima, and we'll see what happens. It's Goran Pradaga with the move right before even the bus stop, and that's very well done there by Goran Pradaga. Let's see if Solima can counter it in the bus stop chicane. Doesn't look so yet. And Jonas Gillis is clamping on, even though he's just got off the bus stop chicane there. It's unfortunate for him. Has to look out there. Let's see if Dane Bird and Dane Stigler can make it a show. Oh, Dane Bird with a lot of oversteer hits the front wall there, loses it, and that's P2 for Dane Stigler, who is looking good and retaining that second position in the standings. That's very well done there by the Dutchman. Dane Bird with a crucial mistake there in turn 1 of the source, and Solima is losing a lot. He's probably trying to be conservative this race. At least that's his initial choice. Simon Frelick meanwhile in the pits after that crash with Dane Bird. We'll see if Dane Bird can make another move on David Stigler. He does so. We can see a lot of damage there on the right side of the front wing, and the two drivers hit again. That's not good. David Stigler and Dane Bird involved in contact. That's Dane Bird's third crash already. Has to be a lot more careful. Here comes Goran Pradaga. Will have way more speed. Dane Bird lets him pass there. That looked a little bit too eager from the English driver there. And the young driver from Milton Keynes in trouble. Doesn't look like his car is damaged that much, but we'll see. Solima is trying to keep up with the two in front of him. Let's see if they succeed. There's a lot more drama than in the first race, that's for sure. And we can see here Dane Bird closing in on Goran Pradaga. He might make a move soon. Goran Pradaga is going to try to keep Dane Bird right behind him, especially now that he's in a third place finish spot. It looked very attractive. He's looking for a strong finish of the season. Oh, and Dane Bird running wide there. It's very wide. Let's see if Solima can come around. No, it's too far off, and there's Jonas Gilles 4 seconds behind Solima. That's not close enough for any advantages of a slipstream or whatsoever. Oh, and Jonas Gilles in the background. Having trouble with the exit of the bus stop chicane. He's not the only driver to have troubles there. With a very, very wide exit there coming off the source. And Goran Pradaga is managing to stay in front of Dainbird. That's very good of him. It doesn't look like he's fuel saving, so he might be stopping for fuel before the end of the race. This race, or this round I should say, has a fuel limit on the cars. And Goran Pradaga looking pretty good. It's not bad at all. And Tigelaar is keeping a margin on Nuaf. He's trying not to get above those 4 seconds of distance between them. Needs to put the pressure on so that Nuaf isn't allowed to make it big. You have to keep your opponent guessing with the strategy, of course. As soon as you play your cards too early, the opponent's gonna know what you're doing. Lap 3. Meanwhile, we have Kenzie Nuaf in first place, David Stigelaar in second, Goran Pradaga in third, Dainbird in fourth, Solima is fifth, Jonas Gilles is sixth, and Simon Frelick, who won race 1, is in P7 after his crash with Dainbird in lap 1. And of course, this will be the final race of this season. We've enjoyed it. We hope you've enjoyed it as well. Take the opportunity to thank everyone who's been watching us these past 10 rounds. We started in November at Zolder. And we've seen some big fields come through here, like on Imola and on Okoyama. We've seen some great racing. We've seen a lot of drama. And Dainbird is getting closer to Goran Pradaga here in turn 1. And we can be sure of it that this race will be filled with a lot more duels than the first one. And the Goran Pradaga managed to make it very interesting at the end of race 1 with Solima, who had a late stop. Goran Pradaga had pitted a whole lot earlier in that race. And you can see that Goran Pradaga fighting it out. Dainbird does look a little bit quicker, especially through those longer corners. And we'll have a look from Pradaga's rear end. Well, we can see Dainbird locking up his wheels there. Didn't anticipate Goran this hard braking action. And we can see even Dainbird locking up again. And both drivers are keeping the throttle on. There's no holding back right here. And Dainbird, with the bus stop chicane coming up, is diving onto the inside. And runs very wide there. It's a peculiar move there by Dainbird, but it works. And Dainbird has conquered P3 around the outside of the bender. We see David Stigelaar in pit lane. He has decided that it's enough and has gone in for fuel. And he will fall back to P5. That's right behind Solima, and Jonas Gilles is just 3 seconds removed from him. And we can see if Demis Tigelaar can fight back. He now has to push as hard as he can. And if I was paying attention, Demis Tigelaar lost 24-25 seconds with that pit stop. 23 maybe. So that's going to be the margin for Nuaf if he decides to pit. You can also think at this moment in time, I'm just going to fuel save. We won't make up 30 seconds while I do that. That's also a possibility. And Simon Frederick, after his pit, has been able to close the gap between him and Gilles right in front of him. It's now only 3 seconds left between him and the young Belgian. And it's been a twilight round for Simon Frederick so far. Did very well in the first round, and let's see what he can do here in the second race of tonight. And you can now see Jonas Gilles, and he can hold on him. Excuse me. Quite the motivation. We see Tigelaar with a lot of smoke coming out of bus stop chicane. A little bit wide at the exit as well. Frelick is gaining and coming closer. A whole lot even. And this is going to be it. Simon Frelick right behind Jonas Gilles already. They'll go up or rouge together. Let's see who will have the upper hand. When the exit shows up left, right to both of them. Left again, and here comes Simon Frederick. He's tucking in right behind Gilles, trying to make use of that draft. Puts his car right beside Johan Gilles, and he will have the inside coming up at the end of the Camel Straight. He has passed Jonas Gilles for P6. And he will set his eyes on Demis Tigelaar next. Very well done by Simon Frederick. And we can see Frederick pushing as he's locking up on several occasions. And Tigelaar is coming for Solima as well. Won't be long now. And Frelick is already closing on Tigelaar as well. It's going to be interesting. Probably everyone except for Nuaf will be entering the pits. Tigelaar is losing time in comparison to Nuaf as well. So Nuaf has put the throttle on. And Tigelaar obviously has lost some time due to that spin last lap. Simon Frederick and Demis Tigelaar. And even Jonas Gilles, I presume, is getting past Solima in the pits right now. He's pitting for fuel as we speak. Yes, and there's Jonas Gillis. Jonas Gillis turning the corner at S.R.O.C already. And this is Simon Fleck coming up Eau Rouge, having 1.5 seconds between him and David Stigelaar. And David Stigelaar responsible for most of the drivers' pains in this tournament, or for S.R.O.C racing in general, for that matter. It's not for all of them, but for most of them. It's an excellent job of providing everyone a very nice car. Himself using the patterns of S.R.O.C racing, yellow, blue, red and green stripes. But the only thing on his mind right now is keeping Simon Frederick behind him. And we can see Simon Frederick pushing and pushing. He doesn't need to stop anymore. It's not for fuel, it is. We're in lap 8, at least new office. Dane Bird, Prodiga still need to cross start finish. But these two will be fighting out for P4 right now. Dane Bird's in the pits while Simon Frederick is trying to make a move on Stigelaar. He's choosing an alternative line through the bus stop chicane. Has won some time with it. And he's looking, taking a little peek on the inside. Decides not to make a move just yet. But he is going to use that draft. That's for sure. Dane Bird falling back with his pit stop. And here we have it. Simon Frederick ducking in right behind him. Stigelaar is on his left. He prefers the outside line. Coming off of Camel Straight in a little while. Here they reach the curb with the both of them side by side. Simon Frederick on the inside. No. Simon Frederick doesn't make it to the left-hander, or at least to stay on the inside until the left-hander comes up. And he will try to dive it in there. Nope, nope. Oh, it's Simon Frederick has to dodge. David Stigelaar there. Simon Frederick going wide over the gravel. David Stigelaar missed his braking point, and Simon Frederick did everything he could just to keep away from David Stigelaar. And we can see Dane Bird and Jonas Gillis very close to each other. And Dane Bird is probably just stayed in front of Jonas Gillis when pitting. And let's see if Simon Frederick makes a second attempt at it. He's closing in again on David Stigelaar. And it's going to be up to David Stigelaar to try and keep in front of Simon Frederick. He doesn't need his mistakes like he made earlier. Let's see if Goran Prodiga can stay in front of these guys. I don't think so. No, he's falling back already. Oh, and there we can see Stigelaar having a lot of trouble on the braking. It's those slow corners where he has to brake up a whole lot. And Prodiga's coming around the corner of S.R.O.C as well. It's Dane Bird coming around the side of him. Let's see if Jonas Gillis can do the same. Has a lot more speed probably coming off it. No, he's too far away. Goran Prodiga and Dane Bird right behind each other. And it's Simon Frederick as well here, trying to make a move again here on the camel straight here at Spa Francorchamps. He is this time choosing for the inside line, and Damon Stigler breaks a whole lot later. Misses the curve even, and he loses it. Damon Stigler has risked it too much and has lost his car in the right-left combination after camel straight. And Corn Prodigan 5th with Gilles right behind him. And Damon Stigler unfortunately was feeling the pressure put on him by Simon Frelick. Tried to extend those braking zones, but the Formula Renault 2.0 is notorious for not having a lot of downforces in the rear end of the car, and it won't like that. Meanwhile, Kenzie Nuoff going it alone here in the second race. Has been very good here in the second race. Been very strong throughout. And of course, iRacing has seen the addition of the Formula Renault 3.5 halfway through the season, so that might have brought down a little bit of interest of participating in the 2.0 league throughout, of course. But these guys have sticked on through the end. Kenzie Nuoff has been rewarded with the championship in this 20 race long championship, spread out over 10 rounds, of course. And it's going to be a little bit of an excitement still who's going to take the third spot. The drivers are getting into the last lap. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. Meanwhile, we're looking at the reigning champion of the Formula Renault Sprint Series. He's done excellent. His championship hasn't been without drama. Hasn't been flawless throughout. But he's amassed the most points over this long season. And he's just confirming his talents here at Spa Francorchamps. He's more than 30 seconds or more than 27 seconds in front of Simon Frelick. Hasn't pitted. He's chosen to fuel safe from the start. And it's Dane Bird with a move. Hasn't given up yet. Dane Bird on the inside, getting alongside Damon Stigler for P3. It's very well done there. It's not over yet. And Kenzie Nuoff makes his last pass over the bus stop chicane and takes home the win here at Spa Francorchamps in race 2. You're looking at him, the champion of the Formula Renault 2.0 Sprint Series. Congratulations to Kenzie Nuoff. We will drop right back. Let's see if Damon Stigler, Prodiga and Dane Bird can make it exciting. Simon Frelick takes P2. It's his turn to pass through the bus stop chicane. Back with Dane Bird, who will round out the podium here probably. And even Corn Prodiga is not far behind Damon Stigler. And Dane Bird with a strong rebound after all the crashes at the start of the race. Oh, and on it's the bus stop chicane almost costing Damon Stigler 4th place. And Corn Prodiga making it very exciting until the end. Of here we can see Solima, the organizer of the GT3 Sprint Series, at least this season. And we wait Jonas Gilles, who will be the last one to pass start finish here in Spa Francorchamps. Once again, we would like to thank you for having followed us throughout the season, and we hope to see you back for the next one. There are no details out yet, but keep an eye on the iRacing forums as the dates will near. You see Jonas Gilles having a premature celebration here in bus stop chicane, but here he comes to finish out the season. Once again, we thank you here, and we would like to wish you a good evening here. Bye bye.